Assalamu alaikum and peace, family. How are you all doing? I'm here, your host, Godfrey Brunn, with another episode of 101 Muslim Stories. And I am blessed and honored to be here with a good brother, Isiaih. He's a staff sergeant in the Air Force, and he's here to tell us a little bit about himself. So, Isiaih, can you tell us about yourself?
Yes, sir. So my name is Isiaih Anderson. I'm from Tampa, Florida, and I grew up in Riverview, Florida, with my two parents. I was adopted when I was 7 years old, and my mom sent me to foster home. So I was lucky that my aunt and uncle, my actual aunt and uncle, adopted me when I was younger. I grew up was kind of in trouble a lot while I was in school, but all that leveled itself out. Went to the military, joined the Air Force. I was active duty for 4 years. In November last year, I recently went to Air National Guard. So now I'm only part-time, and I had the good grace to come to Orlando and be with my wife, and now I'm here.
Nah, beautiful. I love it. Isiaih, that's an amazing story. I love it. I think we all grew up a little bit of a hard head, so that's
right.
Some awesome stuff. So, Isiaih, you are a new convert to Islam. How did you convert? What's your story there? Could you tell us more about your conversion and how it was for you?
Yes, sir. So I definitely grew up in a very strict Pentecostal environment. My mom slowly got a little bit relaxed with it as we were growing up, but it slowly became prevalent that I had no identity as far as religion. The more and more non-denominational that I became as Christian. So basically, when I went in the military, I was fortunate enough to go over to Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, UAE, Qatar, Jordan. So I definitely experienced a different life outside of the American Christianity culture.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of stereotypes that even I myself was holding back from just having a simple conversation with somebody of Islamic faith. So basically what happened was I was talking to my wife. I wanted to do it since we met when I was 18. Mm-hmm. And she told me I should go for it or do research on anything before I go for it, obviously. And I just never would. And I slowly started figuring out that I come from Guyanese heritage. And I slowly figured out that Guyanese mostly consist of a Muslim and or Christian faith. And I wanted to, see more of the background of why that consisted of what my household dynamics was. So as I just started going, I started seeing that my beliefs more so coincided with the Muslim faith. That had nothing to do with disbelieving what I felt before, just more my walk of life. I felt like this was right. So I found, the real message that was sent was I actually was in the Air Force with my military uniform on, came over here and had to do a COVID site mission setup in March. And I had the good favor of talking to Brother Basim, and he told me and educated me on Muslim faith and how Ramadan was going to start. So So I went on my journey from there, and I tried my best to do Ramadan, even though I wasn't a real convert, just to have that closer faith, and actually prove to myself that I could do something like that. But the bigger part just proved that this was for me, and I converted on the day of IED, and it's been a great moment from then on.
That's beautiful. Because I was a lot the same. Like when I converted, I knew about Ramadan, and I practiced. I tried my best to fast. I tried my best to just follow all of the penance that I knew, at least. And it was tough. So that's actually pretty awesome that and I was already a Muslim at this point in time, and I was just like, still there. So that's awesome that before you even really, submitted your will to Allah, you still were kind of really invested, and that's beautiful, brother. So let me ask you something a little bit off base, a little bit more, less serious, but more practical. If you had any superpower, what would it be?
I've got this question a lot. I think it's like probably in human nature to ask, if you had more than what you have right now, what would you, do with it, or what
Yes.
would it be, right?
Yeah.
I this sounds like a corny answer, but this is the answer that I always give everybody. I am a believer that God gave us all the things and all the tools that we need in order to be what we, the best that we can be.
Mm-hmm.
And we always have a plan. So as far as flying, as far as, having a photographic memory or anything, I just believe that I'm very happy with my life. So the corny answer is that I wouldn't have a superpower. The non-corny or the non-corny answer, if I'm being frank, then I'll probably, take some super strength, be able to impress. But
I said the same thing. I swear, I super strengthened it up. I would just be able to build buildings, do whatever I want in that sense. But
right.
no.
Yes, sir.
No, I respect that completely. Same thing. Allah gave us everything. We have everything we need. But we always want a little bit more. So not that we want it, but it's always good to think about it sometimes. What if,
Right.
But no, you're absolutely right. Allah gave us exactly what we need. So I truly appreciate that answer. So brother, let me ask you my last question for you. This is a very big question, but what's something that you would want converts, non-Muslims, or Muslims that are already, have been born Muslim? What's something that you would want them to know about Islam that you've learned in your time that they might not know, or that you think is important for them to know?
I think it's just important to know that, and this is specific, not more so of, you'll see what I'm saying. I think that it's important to know that everybody's a different skin color. Even me and you, we have, complexion differences.
Yeah.
So just knowing the fact that, it can range from, whatever your, darkest stereotype is to your lightest stereotype.
Absolutely.
I know stereotypes is, a broad spectrum. To make it specific, if you just have in your brain that a white guy or a black guy, however to say it, can be Muslim or walk of faith of the Islamic religion, then you definitely, are on the right track. Whether that be if you want to convert or not, I guess that's good for all around, right? So.
Yes, I love that answer. I think that's the most unique answer so far, and I really appreciate that's a very good perspective, because one thing we think everyone is most people associate Arabs with Muslim or Islam, I should say, and Islam it's not a race. It's not associated with a race. It is a people. We are all everyone can be a Muslim, and everyone could accept Allah, and that's the beautiful message behind that. I thank you for that question, for that response. That was beautiful. Truly. Isiaih, it has been an honor and a privilege to have you on. I thank you for your service as well. And we truly appreciate you here at American Islam. And hopefully we'll have just more guests and more converts like you, more brothers that can come help out. And we truly appreciate it, brother. So on behalf of American Islam, we thank you again for your time. And to all the guests that are watching this episode, thank you all for tuning in with us for this little block of time. We truly appreciate you. Peace, family. Assalamu alaikum.